Musicians across genres, from Bob Dylan to Taylor Swift, have turned heartbreak into hit songs. For Limp Bizkit, one of the biggest rock bands of the late 90s, their rise to fame was fueled by a track inspired by lead singer Fred Durst's personal pain after a tumultuous relationship. Before 1999, Limp Bizkit was primarily known for their energetic cover of George Michael's Faith. But with the release of Nookie, the band catapulted to mainstream success, capturing the angst and intensity of a genre that would soon dominate the airwaves. Released in June 1999, Limp Bizkit's second album, Significant Other, aimed to build on the success of their 1997 debut, $3 Bill Y'all. While the first album showed promise, it was clear that Limp Bizkit was still finding its voice. The band's raw energy was there, but their sound felt heavily influenced by Korn, who helped get them signed. That changed with Nookie, the lead single from Significant Other, where Limp Bizkit truly found their identity. Durst explained to MTV that the song was about his ex-girlfriend who treated him poorly. "She cheated on me with my friends and used me for my money. I couldn't let her go," he said, revealing that the song's title and lyrics were born from his attempt to make sense of why he kept going back to her. "I realized I did it all for the Nookie." Guitarist Wes Borland recalled that Nookie came together unexpectedly while the band was jamming on another track. The inspiration struck when they played around with a beat from an Italian adult film, and the music quickly evolved into what would become their signature hit. Borland noted that while some songs take a lot of effort to complete, Nookie was one of those rare tracks that practically wrote itself. The title, initially a joke, became the driving force behind Durst's lyrics, which channeled his frustration and heartbreak into a raw and powerful narrative. The song's intense, dynamic structure, alternating between brooding verses and explosive choruses, embodied the nu metal sound that was sweeping the rock scene in the 90s. Following in the footsteps of Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit, Limp Bizkit perfected the formula of building tension, only to release it with an electrifying chorus. Nookie was more than just a song. It was an anthem for a generation grappling with its own feelings of anger and betrayal. By the time Nookie was released, nu metal was emerging as a dominant force in rock music, blending the intensity of metal with elements of hip-hop, punk, and alternative rock. Limp Bizkit's aggressive sound and Durst's emotionally charged lyrics resonated with fans who were drawn to the band's unfiltered expression of male angst. While bands like Nirvana had tapped into a similar well of emotion earlier in the decade, Limp Bizkit leaned into a more confrontational and defiant attitude. Durst's lyrics in Nookie didn't just express heartbreak, they were a cathartic release of anger and pain, wrapped in a macho exterior that masked the vulnerability underneath. The track's success was immediate. Nookie peaked at number 80 on the Billboard charts, but its influence went far beyond its chart position. It was a staple on rock radio and MTV, propelling Significant Other to triple platinum status within months of its release. However, Durst's portrayal of himself as a victimized lover in Nookie wasn't without controversy. The album Significant Other was filled with similarly spiteful tracks, many of which painted a picture of Durst as a man scorned, grappling with feelings of resentment and betrayal. Despite Durst's assertions that he respected women, the lyrics across the album suggested a more complicated relationship with the opposite sex, often leaning into themes of revenge and anger. As Limp Bizkit's fame grew, so did the scrutiny of their music and public persona. Their performance at Woodstock '99 became infamous, with some blaming Durst for inciting the violence that erupted during their set. The band's aggressive image and the sometimes toxic fan culture that surrounded them made them polarizing figures in the music world. Despite, or perhaps because of this, Limp Bizkit continued to thrive. Their next album, Chocolate Starfish and the Hot Dog Flavored Water, was even more successful, further solidifying their place as one of the biggest bands of the era. But with success came new challenges. Durst, who had once seen himself as an outsider, now found himself leading a band whose fans included the very types of people he had once despised. Reflecting on this years later, Durst admitted that it was uncomfortable to see the bullies of his youth becoming fans of Limp Bizkit. The sound was so fierce that the bullies themselves were drawn to Limp Bizkit, he said, noting the irony of how the band's aggressive music had attracted those they had once fought against. Even today, Nookie remains a key part of Limp Bizkit's live performances. The band's recent revival has brought them a new generation of fans, many of whom are too young to remember the height of nu metal's popularity. Durst, now more reflective about his past, has acknowledged the complexities behind the song that made his band famous. In a 2023 interview, he revealed that Nookie was born out of a painful time in his life, where he struggled to let go of a relationship that was ultimately toxic. As the years have passed, Nookie hasn't undergone the same re-examination that some other tracks from the nu metal era have. Its blend of bitterness and humor, coupled with the raw energy of the music, still resonates with listeners. Significant Other remains a snapshot of a particular moment in time, a period when primal screams and heavy riffs defined the musical landscape for a generation.
Imagine a clinically proven 6-second method you can use starting today to restore healthy blood sugar levels, regardless of your age or medical condition. Thousands of people are already doing it, and they have been able to balance their blood sugar levels successfully. It's so easy, you can do it right in your own home. So, tap the Learn More button now to discover this powerful method. Don't wait. Take control of your blood sugar levels and start your journey to better health today.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, share the video, and leave us a comment with your thoughts or what you'd like to see on our humble channel. Also, in the description of this video, you'll find some links where you can buy us a coffee or where we can collaborate in various fields. Until next time, I send you my warm regards and wish you good health. Cheers.